Across the Galaxies.
How many of you believe that aliens have visited our planet? How many of you believe you've seen a ghost? And how many of you believe the moon landing was staged?
And how many of you are shape-shifting lizard creatures from another dimension?
No matter where you fall on the spectrum of belief, you've got to admit these are things you've thought about. Maybe they've even kept you up at night, probed you, inspired you to probe someone else. Aliens, conspiracy theories, the paranormal, these are topics that are thought-provoking, controversial, and damn entertaining.
Our film is about Topher Kettlestone, a radio host who's exploited his fans' beliefs and has made millions off of it. And what happens when that fraud of a man is abducted by aliens? Across All Galaxies is a science fiction comedy for the skeptics, the believers, and all those grays in the middle. I'm Andrew, and I'm a believer.
I'm Sarah, and I'm a believer in even crazier shit.
I'm Elvis, and I don't believe in any of this shit. Thank you, and keep watching the skies.
You are hereby sentenced to death, or to make a feature film entitled Across All Galaxies, and a TV show, and a web series, and a podcast, and an erotic novel. Give me a progress report.
We've planned Across All Galaxies as a thrilling film that has enough sci-fi to appeal to hardcore nerds and enough laughs to draw on the average moviegoer.
We have an entire portfolio of concept art with designs for aliens and spacecraft and storyboards that'll knock your space socks off.
Well, we also successfully pulled off a 30-minute live broadcast which shows our potential for a TV show or a web series.
What I'm really interested in is the erotic novel.
Oh, really? Well, coincidentally, it's in my crotch. Her long gray fingers wrapped around my thighs, all the while playing with me.
Steamy. Let's turn the lights down low. I want the furry one up here with me.
Can we just roll the trailer?
Have you ever gazed deeply into the night sky and wondered if there's life among the stars?
From high above the city, you're listening to Across All Galaxies with your host, Topher Kettlestone.
Radio voice, radio voice, radio voice. From across the desert.
For Lewis Thomas, the question of intelligent life on other planets was clear. The question of intelligent life on ours remains unanswered.
Shouldn't you be on your way to your fancy new job?
I'm just a glorified assistant, Mom.
You know who was an assistant? Your Uncle Mario. And look where he is now.
He's dead.
But he's buried next to his boss.
That's not encouraging.
Who the hell are you?
Dad, this is Lewis, the new producer you asked us to hire.
I'm a true believer. I mean, I feel like I'm in a dream just being here.
You ain't dreaming. Maybe I'm dreaming. Pinch my nipple.
Excuse me?
Pinch my nipple.
Oh, okay.
My dad's a little eccentric.
We shine a light into the darkness of the unknown and show the truth to all those who seek it. The only truth I know is that none of my listeners get laid.
He's about to find out that his hero is a fraud. And his hero is about to find out what's really out there. Now, everyone's favorite late-night radio host is missing.
My dad's been abducted.
I don't care if he's been burped, swapped, or probed. He's live in an hour.
Tell us of the prophecy.
What's that about a prophecy?
You've been scouring this area for traces of Topher. Nothing so far, but we'll keep on.
The Across All Galaxies team must come together and bring Topher Kettlestone home. Across All Galaxies.
I'm having trouble with the tone. Are you making fun of the other movies? Are we supposed to care about the characters? Is it a parody?
It's not a parody, it's a straight comedy. I want to take the film as seriously as possible. We just have a lot of weird characters. We've got Lewis as sort of our audience's view into this world of this radio show hosted by this insane man who just loves to exploit people. And he's got all these guests that are just weird, strange people who believe in all this stuff. They absolutely, genuinely believe in aliens. And Lewis is sort of, he is a believer, but he's seeing it through these people who don't just believe, they live.
It's a comedy, more than anything, but when it's serious, it's scary, it's mysterious. We've got tension when we need tension, we've got laughs when we need laughs, and our characters are fun and funny.
With these kinds of movies, you generally need a little more than $1 million, for special effects and costumes, etc. How do you avoid this becoming an Ed Wood movie?
We've looked at how to make the aliens. We've got 3 alien races that are in the film, and those are definitely affordable to do through silicone masks. And we're using as much as we can with on Earth. Almost the entire film takes place on terra firma in regular, everyday sort of settings. We have sort of a big spectacular finish, and that's probably where a lot of the budget will go. But we're going to make sure that that is what's spectacular.
This is absolutely something that we've thought about, and the final draft of the script was our most ambitious draft. We absolutely can scale it back, but we just wanted to have fun with it, and then from there we can make it manageable. We thought about it.
What kind of humor are you talking about? Are we talking parodies, satires, slapstick, Monty Python? I mean, where are you going with the humor?
For the most part, there's a lot of one-liners and jokes. We've got a lot of characters who have sort of different perspectives in the world. So Topher is sort of a filthy joke kind of person, and he, as you see in the trailer, there's a lot of filthy jokes from him. But there's also Lewis's parents who are very sweet and come from sort of an innocent place. We've also got that guy that you saw at the end with the little wand. He's a really slapsticky character. He doesn't actually speak. He whispers into his girlfriend's ear and she interprets for him. So she comes from a place of very highbrow humor, and he's very much a slapstick character. So we're trying to blend a lot of different comedy styles into one film.
If you had a wish list, who would play your lead?
Dan Aykroyd is the top of our list. And we've tried to lure him in with our Crystal Head Vodka photos on Instagram, of us posing with the alien. So far it hasn't worked, but we're going to keep trying.
So, if you did, or were requested to recast or become Mr. Aykroyd, how are you going to be able to manage creating these great 3 aliens with less than what you originally had starting out?
The aliens are they're going to be very affordable. The designs in there are great desire to have those, but we're probably going to end up going with just masks and body armor.
We have 3 alien races, but you only see 1 or 2 from each race. So it's not going to be a mass amount of aliens. And we can absolutely make concessions if we get Mr. Aykroyd on board. He would only be needed. Topher Gittleson is our fun character, but he's not in as much of the movie as Lewis and my character Missy are. So we would have him for a few key days, but the majority of the shooting we wouldn't need him. And we'd like to have him.
You must have
So I've been watching you guys. I've had the luxury of watching this team for the last 10, 12 weeks, and it was always hard to focus exactly what it was. Was science fiction? Was it more comedy? But you know what? I really, really finally got it now. I think I did. I mean, and that's why I said I have the luxury of being able to absorb for a long time. So just stereotypical, cliche, what science fiction, what comedy is this compared to?
Galaxy Quest and X-Files is sort of the tone. So we really want to work with that conspiracy theory, because we find that conspiracy theories haven't really been explored. We have Men in Black, but they really just went for the Men in Black aspect and didn't deal with any of the other conspiracy stuff that they could have gone with. And Galaxy Quest is just this fun, exciting adventure, and we've got a lot of that in this. This is really an adventure movie that happens to be really funny and with a science fiction setting.
The majority of the film takes place in one night, and it's one night to find Topher Kettlestone because he's live on air in 60 minutes, and he's been abducted by aliens.
Well, I have one, right? I was just, like, in any comedy, you actually have to give a shit about the characters, so, you know, what is it about your characters that the audience is going to care about?
Topher Kettlestone is a quotable, lovable character. We want him to be somebody that people make memes about on the internet. He's the Ron Burgundy of our show. Everybody knows who Ron Burgundy is. We want everyone to know who Topher Kettlestone is. Beyond that, though, we have Osman Kovacs, who you saw at the end. They're so much fun. They're really funny. They're going to keep us entertained. And Lewis's parents, they come from a small town point of view. They're constantly calling him, nagging him, and they're hilarious too. Andrew's done a really great job of giving them great work.
It's my parents, essentially.
Yeah, Lewis is really like, I think all of us have wanted to meet our idol, and the story is that Lewis goes and meets his idol and finds out he's the biggest fraud and horrible person, and it's, I think, I'm not going to say that I have exactly dealt with that, but I've met people that I really looked up to and felt that, and I think it's, being in that situation, you have to sort of sympathize with somebody like that who has their dream shattered.
Great answer. Fantastic. Hey guys, get up! Across all galaxies.